Well, this week this is kind of not like breaking wind. This is it's a
This is a
mashup
new
between
segment. This is a special segment.
a special segment. It's called the small lobang.
Yeah, because
It's
there are only
when
two
it's
lobang
when
special,
two yeah it's
two
when
special lobang.
two or less people from the lobang boys are
Lobang kecil.
around. Lobang kecil is the small lobangs. You're here with Deben and Sean. Josiah unable to make it because of a busy schedule.
Yes, casting
He's
couch.
our he's our main editor and everything else. So if you're seeing this, it's probably gonna be, you know,
After some time, yeah.
it's almost going to be live. You can treat it live. Like this is very. It's gonna be zero editing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for this week, unfortunately, we won't have breaking wind specials, or the movie reviews, or any reviews actually. So our lowdown reviews, lobang reviews or something.
Actually, the stuff that we recorded has yet to be published as well. So I think it can all come out together. And this is
Probably.
usually what we have for our Patreon members.
But you got lucky that Josiah is busy.
Yeah. So this will be this will be shown on for free
Yeah.
lah.
Should be shown for free, and it's
Yeah.
most likely it's I mean, we're doing better now. Singapore's doing better, so sooner or later this quarantine thing is going to end, hopefully. We've only got like recently, I think I've seen 9 cases
Yeah. And
with
one person passed away.
with zero community. Yeah, one more person passed away.
But that person had a history of hypertension, 64 years old, so pre-existing conditions.
Pre-existing conditions. So
Yeah.
for the small lobang, the kecil lobang, the I don't know what other words to use to describe the this segment. It's gonna be tiny lobang.
Yeah, it's going to be tiny.
I'm trying to speak in a very soothing voice, so that maybe we could branch out to ASMR at one point.
ASMR, yeah.
ASMR,
There's money in that.
there could be, and then yeah, if
Then
I find out that my voice is the one that's appealing, I might branch out.
the next
I,
time you see Sean with on the breaking wind, you'll see three
yeah,
mics
pretty much.
surrounding him,
And my breath, everything will be controlled, and
and then you
stuff like that.
suddenly see him take out props like feathers,
Yeah,
bells.
yeah. I'll just take some, maybe a salt, and just rub it around. And oh yeah, sorry, mine's here. I don't know if you could hear that lah, but it's
Yeah,
those
I
those
could.
scratching sound. But for
Or
today's
out of nowhere,
special,
you just bring out the cat. Mhm. Yeah.
but for today's, I mean, I was gonna ask whether you wanted to cover Amos Yee being like ousted as a pedophile, but I think we'll leave that till they settle it. That he's
Yeah.
behind bars and it's fully settled. Then we can just plaster
We
his
need
face
more
in.
information. We
We
need
need
more
more
information.
information. And then a slight apology for on my behalf for last week. I mean, once if you see that video before seeing this one, you'll understand why I'm apologizing for it. But I do
Yes,
apologize. I
it's
do
not out yet.
apologize. It's not out yet, but if you do see it, hopefully you don't. If you okay, at this point, if you're still watching this and I've said all this, watch that one first, then come back to this one.
Yeah. Stop watching this and you watch that
Stop
first.
it, pause it, go watch that one, then come back. And it's like, I've
Or
calmed down already.
maybe we
I've
should
had.
just put that episode right on Patreon exclusively, $1.
It's I leave that to you guys because that one was it's not a low point. It's just that I was driven to my I didn't want to let it go. I don't want to create too much content on one episode because then the need to live up to it for the following episodes is there. So I just want to keep it there and then have you all know that the explosion could happen and there are triggering words.
Yeah.
That I'm one of those that could be triggered. Like, ka-dow.
In an essence, like if we were to distill it down, I would just say Joe Biden disappointed Sean. That's it.
Yeah, I think it's a compounding thing lah, because
Yeah.
Trump has already established himself as not my most favorite person in the world, so it's the other side letting me down, I guess.
Yeah.
And the other fact that I let outside politics affect me that much, which I thought I was over. I think that everybody here, not here lah, I mean amongst the three of us lah. I
Mm.
put everybody, but among the three of us, I think we all thought that I was over it already, but apparently not.
Mm.
But anyways, speaking about triggered stuff, this week, if you want to enlighten them, what we're going to cover for the two of us.
Okay, it's all local topics
Yeah,
and
oh,
everything local.
it's
And
it only
it
has a
should.
tiny bit to do with what happened last week, but yeah, it's all local.
Yeah, it's all local because crazy shit has been happening consistently in Singapore this year,
Yeah,
right?
I
So
think it's cabin fever lah. People can't
yeah,
go overseas, then they're starting to act out already.
so the first topic is about the leakage or the leak of home videos, like CCTV videos. I think it has to be like connected to like some server or whatever,
Yeah.
and um,
I
might be
think it's the
connected to
Chinese,
like
right? It was Chinese hackers, right?
yeah, I think so.
Oh.
So what they are doing is that if you pay them enough, you can actually learn from them how to hack
Either
into
learn
yeah
or I
or
think in some
buy.
cases is they found out that they were selling.
Mm,
I think they were either selling recordings or links.
yes,
So it's either recordings of I don't think it's only Singapore, but Singapore was one of them.
Singapore was one. Yeah,
One
so
of them. Then you
I don't
see
know
like you
which
could
server they are hacking into, but what they're
yeah.
doing is they are actually sending the link. So it's like what do you call that? Is it on Discord? I think that's what in
I
the article they said
I
that.
I didn't go through the
So
whole article, but
it's like
yeah.
on forums or something like that, and then they give you the link, and then you need to pay money to either get the link or you pay money to unlock it,
Yeah. And
the
then when you
password.
unlock it, you get to see one of two things.
Yeah.
One is staged. It's staged.
Mhm.
It's meant to look like they're viewing in, but then you can almost tell because of what will happen. You can tell that yeah, what are the odds of that happening.
Mm.
On the other hand, is you get to see normal ones. It's a breach lah. The stage
Yeah.
one is it's a fetish thing, but the other one is like where you're voyeuring.
No, the stage one is okay lah.
I mean, stage one is basically porn, lah.
Yeah.
But this one is more invasion of privacy because
All
they
right.
did say that some of the images captured were people in state of undress and all that. Lah.
Yeah, in
So
their bedroom
yeah, can you
and
imagine
all.
that? That's why I don't have any CCTVs in my house, anywhere for that matter.
No, that's why you have a Windows computer.
Yeah, Windows computer, so that
And
if you come in, you also get like crappy reception,
yeah, and Bill Gates, whenever he wants to
jerk off.
jerk off, he just turns on your webcam remotely.
Yeah, that's why I always point the camera away from my face, so it's only pointed downwards.
Uh,
So you get to see
straight into the lobang.
yeah, so you see that one you never be able to identify unless if anybody can say, hey, I know you've been spying.
Yeah, but you see, that's the thing. Like, if people are already doing this, imagine how much dirt you can have.
How long
How
has it
long
been
has this
going
been
on?
going on? Yeah.
And how the whole concept of them turning your security into your like it's supposed to be security, but when they breach into it and they teach people how to break into it, wow, that
Yeah. Or
how
maybe
to
it
turn
just goes to show
tables.
that if you want to have a CCTV system, it should be stored on like hard disk
Their advice was to also frequently change your password.
password. Yeah.
Change your password and yeah, just be aware lah. Like you have CCTV, you know it's there, so just make sure you don't do. I mean, as in from time to time you forget that it's there lah, but yeah lah, just maybe set your own limits ah, or risk being exposed ah. If I set one up in my room the only thing that's gonna be exposed is how dirty it is, how messy it is. Oh, you had first hand experience of that one.
No, I just had a quick uh,
Yeah,
passage through it straight into the bathroom.
yeah, you just was like no. You have to prevent yourself from getting lost in the mess.
I'm just going to take a piss. I don't want to get stuck into any puddles. I
You don't want to touch anything,
don't want to touch anything.
disinfect. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's crazy. But then again, I think it would only be interesting now since everyone's at home. Like I think most of the time during normal periods, right, you'll probably just be seeing empty houses.
Yeah.
But I think this period it's probably gotten more popular because of that fact that people are at
Mm.
home. Maybe that's how it got big lah. It's so interesting that they actually wow.
Yeah, but
I
that's a
think
problem, right? With
yeah,
like
you don't feel
with all these the videos,
electronic
the
stuff.
footage, all yeah. So when it's stored outside, like on a server, and it's it's bound to happen. People are going to try and find shit, like, because information. This is not only information. This is
We
there might
can
be
only
quality footage. There will
hope
be
it doesn't.
horrible,
Yeah,
horrible
hope it
footage.
doesn't escalate. Because
Yeah,
I've always been worried. Because right now you see that we've been switching from old lock and key to phones being able to open your door
yeah.
and all that. And all it takes is just one guy, one genius, or somebody with an agenda to hack this so-called system. It's been guaranteed that it's unhackable lah. Like no one can open your door without your passcode lah. Like it's. I mean, probably it will have to go through that strenuous little testing to prove that
Mm,
electronic locks such as this have fail safes. Only you can open it. But on the other hand, it's like you can't make it completely unbreakable.
yeah.
If you think about it, even our lock and key ones, as safe as you feel, right? All you have to do is call a locksmith,
Mm,
and any locksmith can break in. And if they can't, they can. It's basically effort.
yeah.
It's effort. If it takes too much effort, that's your biggest security. Like, if in order to break into your house, I need a tank, or I need power tools.
There won't be even breaking in lah. That
Yeah,
one is
that's a fault.
destroying.
Yeah, destroy your house. Lah. Basically, everything else will be destroyed, and your door will be the only one left standing.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. When I see like those thumbprint doors and everything, it's like you wonder. It's like
Mm.
wow, why the people trying to break into homes get so sophisticated they can somehow crack it and just have tap and they open your door.
Do you, yeah, yeah, that is actually very true. Like, do you remember there was a scam on like which was very prevalent like in Europe and I think for a short time in Singapore as well, where you go to ATMs and
Mm.
they used to put card reader
Yeah, that's why now
on
they
to that. Yeah,
implemented that thing.
yeah.
On the other hand, actually, this one was brought up quite recently.
Mm,
Last time when you lost your credit card,
mm,
I mean, it's the same thing. People could use it and then they forge your signature.
correct.
But in that case, you could probably once you see the charges, right, you could get it waived
Yeah,
because that's how it works. But now with this prevailing
paywave.
pay wave thing, right,
Yeah,
if they get a hold of your card, they could spend like mad.
yeah,
And by the time you're caught, right, it's still really up to you to go say, oh, shit, I never tapped for all this. And by then, I don't know how much they can take off your card. That's
mm,
actually one worry of it. Because last time when you lost your card, right, if you found out early and you got it cancelled,
mm,
you could safeguard yourself. But what if what if you're drunk, you lose yourself in like drunken stupor? I mean, yes, it's your fault for losing your cards and all that, but that safety feature is gone. The person can
yeah.
use your card for quite a few things before it's cut. And PayWave, I don't think there's a limit.
There is a
I
limit.
I
Paywave,
know I think
I
it's a
think
limit,
$100, below hundred
but
dollars
per time you use
per transaction.
per
Yeah,
transaction. So the person can spend $90 ten
yeah.
times, and it won't be flagged. Because last time a credit card go in, they sign for okay like it can go up to a few thousand lah. But once you first you'll be alerted to it.
Mm,
But PayWave, unless you set the limit yourself lah, I think that's one thing that worries me lah. That we're making things too convenient. That it's
yeah.
also now very convenient to 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 to, to do stuff lah. Like PayWave wise, I mean it's super convenient. Really, you take PayWave, that's it, done. But you lose that card lah. Wow, the next person can just ten. And only some, I think only places where they ask you for credit card where it's treated like a credit card, then they ask
Mm,
you to sign
yeah.
on top of being like tapping. Wow. So you see, and
Yeah, no, I
for
think you
everyone
can
watching,
tap.
please. Mm,
You can tap, but if it's above $100, they'll still ask you for a signature.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. I think so. But if below, they'll just like wave it through lah.
Mm,
I mean, but it gets you thinking lah. Like now, when you lose your card, right, you really have to cancel it as immediately
immediately. Yeah.
as quickly as possible because you can't even risk it.
Yeah, because you can buy shit online as well. Right?
You can buy shit online. You can do. I mean, online stuff. It depends. If they ask you for the back phone, the three numbers and all that, if you have the card and everything else, yeah, it can basically ruin somebody's life. Unless the person decides to go into Steam and buy me a lot of games.
I remember, like in Australia, when there was the height of PayWave, like when PayWave and PayPass first came out, right? So people who would lose their cards, it would like eventually find out that people went to like Target or Kmart
Yeah,
and
man.
bought
It's
like
it's 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 actually quite it messes up your mind because
yeah
now not saying last time your wallet wasn't that important, but last time
mhm,
when you lost it, right, there was still that window
yeah
that you can somewhat check. But now it's just like too easy. The person can get away with so much, and then I don't know whether you'll get caught lah. How easy it is to track his spending. You probably could lah, but like I said lah, now if you find anyone's wallet, it's really we really have to hope that person is has a good morals.
yeah.
Or one day, sex toys. Or I'm not saying it's like sex toys or delivered. Not say delivered to my place lah, but like if a purchase of sex toys ever appears on my bill, right? It's not me. I wouldn't buy
But
those
don't they
things.
like have those kind of shit like the name that is on the credit card bill is just like some random like
Oh no,
something
you
that
mean
looks
you mean
very
online,
innocent.
sir? You mean online?
Yeah, yeah.
Online, I don't know. I meant like going down straight to the thing. Then when you purchase the thing, right, on your bill, you're gonna put like House of Condoms,
That's why cash
or
is king.
yeah, or yeah, cash is king. Yeah, that's true. It's like you're trying to pay with those kind. Don't pay with your card there. It's like
You rather use your credit card to withdraw money and go and buy
y- yes,
and
that
pay the
that would
interest.
that would be the wisest thing to do. Just go
Yeah,
inside like here for cash. We don't accept cash. What kind of establishment do you run?
it's run by Jeffrey Epstein.
uh,
Yeah, but
but yeah, so
speaking about ridiculous scams and fucked up shit,
mm,
people have been losing their vouchers, grocery vouchers,
oh,
and
well,
it's meant for low
low
income
income,
households.
and someone's been going out there stealing it.
Yeah,
I told you already. It's cabin fever. It's bringing out the worst in society. The worst in society are now acting out a lot more brazenly, I guess, because you don't hear about these things happening, and now I mean, to target those, this is meant to not help. Like it's not those government give out like cash
yeah.
out something. It's meant to help those people
But
who are already struggling.
do you find like the story a little bit like it can't be random? I think it's pretty nefarious.
It
Like
has to be set
how
up.
would you
The
know?
person who's giving it will also have to be slightly involved. So I leave it up to the police to figure how they know who to jack.
Yeah,
And I mean, as hard as it is to say, most likely I didn't know about it. You only knew about it when you read the article, correct?
yeah.
That he was giving out this, there was this voucher thing going out.
Mm,
So I would believe that the person carrying out is someone who is aware of it, has to be aware of it, right?
yeah,
So it might also be someone from a lower income
bracket.
bracket. But again, that's fully my opinion. There's
Mm,
no like there's no backing, no evidence on that lah. I'm just saying that
mm.
I wouldn't be surprised, but it is a sad thing.
It
But can you
is
imagine, the guy just prying the new I don't know. You said Redding Mars, right?
Remas, yeah.
That place is it old? Is it old like
It's an old estate,
is it an old estate?
but the letterbox seems mm,
Is it like ours? I mean, yours
yeah,
is the new one, right? It's the one with the weird key
yes.
that have to go in away, and then
And you
yes,
can
your
lock
thing
the
is
thing,
locked,
yeah.
right? So you can't go into the
Yeah.
and it's connected. So I don't think that yes, if you have the key, you can open up your
No, if
letterbox by
usually
itself.
the post person opens the whole unit.
Yeah,
So it's
he
like
opens
split
the
in
whole unit.
three.
But you're saying that this person pries open
One single one.
one single one. I would think it looks quite difficult, but yes, with a crowbar, you can probably
Yeah,
pry open.
and the pictures are included in the mothership article, and you can see it's damaged. It's quite bad.
Mothership is now actually receiving. I don't know why, but the influx of news from them quite a lot
I think mothership has replaced the newspaper
as a tabloid,
as yeah because like
borderline tabloid.
borderline tabloid because last time all these news would be on the newspaper.
Mm.
Like one of the influencers like the whole article on mothership about she bought a Lamborghini,
Ah,
like
yeah,
that would be on newspaper.
that will be on your paper.
Yeah, it will never be on Straight Times. So mothership is filling up the void that newspaper has left, but not with the sports anything
No,
with
no, with
sports
it.
now.
Yeah, new paper was actually very useful last time for the sports section.
Yeah,
Sports section was like, wow, that's why you buy. That's why I bought new paper last time. Then they stopped. They made it free. Then now it's gone.
Yeah, totally
I don't
gone.
know where is this
Are they
actually.
still giving
I think they're
away
still
that
giving
free
it out, but I don't
newspaper?
know when it's newspaper. I think it's today, right?
Is today still in circulation? I know it's online. I know online
No,
they.
I still see the aunties in the morning giving out newspaper. I don't know what is it. Might be newspaper. Can't remember. I have never taken
For a
the
short time they had this thing called My Paper, right? It's like half in
yeah,
Mandarin.
English, half
Yeah.
Chinese. It's for I don't know. People take it, you only read half of it. It's like what you read the English part, then you realize the Chinese part is repeating what the English part is. Hey, I'm cheating me
So it's meant
basket.
to choke places.
Yeah, and then on the other hand, it's like if it's not repeated, then why is some news being reported in Chinese and some news reported in
Words
English?
in English, same thing.
Like what's going on? Like if it's the same thing you understand, then you're just translating it. Also, not say understand, it's still ridiculous. But on the other hand, how come you can have some news reported in English and some news reported in Mandarin? It's like wait, so only this news will apply to people who read in Mandarin, and some news you only read English and you know about it. It's all what's going on. So if I get my paper, I read the English side, then I have to find someone who read the Chinese part, and then
No,
we
it's for the demographic. Like there are more Chinese, obviously,
yeah.
and the older generation, I think they
So but that's
still
that's the thing.
read
Then
newspapers.
then what's happening on the Chinese side? Like you take my paper, you read the English side finish, then you just like I'm curious what the Chinese. Then you look, completely different news.
Hey,
Then
but I've got to
I don't
say,
understand.
the Chinese newspapers, right?
Yeah, they
The
report more.
reporters are very, very quick.
Yeah, no, they have two. They have two editions, but they have the
Yeah,
morning edition and the afternoon. I don't know whether they
yeah.
have three editions. I think there's only two, morning and afternoon. So the
Holy
morning
shit!
one
Like
is
anything that happens,
yeah.
they're
So
there.
they cover it. They sort of like they get more news out faster.
Mm,
So the Straits Time is more compressed. Everything that happened yesterday will come out on Straits Time early in the morning. But for the
yeah.
Chinese news, everything that happened yesterday till night will come out in the morning. Then afternoon will be something more breaking, like morning
Mm.
till early in the morning and all that lah. I don't think there's a night one. There might be, I'm not sure. But like I said lah, so my paper that concept also sometimes puzzled me lah. It's like you have it in English and Chinese, but I'm wondering if it's not like if you're not reporting the English in Chinese and the Chinese in English, then how can you have like this news only English reading people can read, and then Chinese will have a different set of news also. Like there's two news, so maybe they're trying to foster communication between Singaporeans. Hey, I got this my paper. I read this part. The Chinese part, what's this one part? Oh, this is how come they didn't report that one in English? You never really think about that. It's like, oh, what's going on here?
For that, we need a deep analysis. We need to get
And my
a
paper
copy,
and see what's going
and
on,
then yeah.
and then see are they are they being biased? Like the Chinese one is like bullshit, or the English part is bullshit, and then the Chinese one important like the important subjects in Chinese, and the non-important part is all the ads everything on English basket. So I should read more newspaper. Huh? I mean, stuff like that would the leaking of stuff came out in the newspaper, but on the other hand, you get outside news like what was this ambush? This is an ambush, hot water ambush.
Oh no, this is
It was it could be it could
fantastic story.
spun into a drama
Fan,
or no like a
fantastic
thriller.
story.
Yeah.
So so the story is that this is a Malay family. A guy gets beaten up by a group of people. So when his sister and I think the sister's boyfriend or whoever,
Brother, I think
the
sister, brother, and the brother's girlfriend or the other sister.
yeah,
Can't
I know. I
remember.
think his sister and the sister's boyfriend, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it's some
when they heard the story, their blood started boiling,
thing.
and they were like, "Hey, we cannot let this slide. We need to exact revenge
Revenge.
for the humiliation that you suffered, the
Yeah, little
pain that you
brother.
had to go through." So what they did was to invite the assailants, the attackers, as a group
Over for Hari Raya.
over for Hari Raya.
Yeah, okay. Then continue. Continue.
And
Any of you wondering right now, why would they agree to come over to your house for Hari
exactly,
Raya? So I was
exactly.
like okay. Okay,
Like,
how did
imagine how would the invitation, how would have
did they
the
not know
invitation
you
been
were
sent out?
the? Do you not? They did not know you were related to the.
I think they knew. I
If
think
they
they would.
knew, then what were they thinking? Is that I beat up your brother, but you invited me for Hari Raya. I come over.
And technically, they invited everyone who apparently like beat up, like the group of them. They invited that group of them,
And they came.
and they came and they
I don't know
brought
whether they
backup
were
as well. They brought
emboldened
backup,
or yeah, they brought back up.
right? They brought their friends as well. Some were outside of the house. Some of them were inside of the house, and the family actually planned it out. They were going to get them to sit down and
Dun,
everything.
dun,
They
dun,
had
dun,
boiling
dun,
water,
dun.
which was later on
The
thrown.
kettle there, yeah. The kettle boiling and
So
the master plan was in
they
motion.
started splashing.
Yeah,
They started splashing,
but it's splashing all on them.
and then people started running.
And they locked the gate. But I forgot they
Yeah,
locked the gate. They locked the two
they managed.
outside
Yeah,
or they
but then
locked only two inside.
yeah, then but the door, the eventually the gate was open, and people started running, and they chased them
Wait, all.
with whatever hot water they had left.
Jesus
They wanted to
Christ.
finish the job.
And it was 3 on 4, if I'm not wrong. I don't know how many people were there. There's the three of them against
Yeah,
four. The whole thing just doesn't play out in my
nuts.
mind.
It's
I mean,
nuts.
the way it doesn't make sense. I mean, to me, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, either A, were they all friends? Were they all friends? And it was like, I don't know, they beat up the brother as a point of bullying. To them, it was just for
Yeah,
fun. So it's like, oh, look at them, how nice. They understand that it's water under the bridge, not in the kettle, but water
not.
under the bridge. And then
But eventually, the water under the bridge
boiling. It was
was
boiling
boiling.
water. It was boiling water, but they didn't know. So they thought like, oh, okay, they want to bury the hatchet. They want to bury the hatchet and invite me over for Hari Raya. I mean, what could happen? It's like if you watch Game of Thrones, right? It was one of the cases where if you invite me into your castle, right, you can do no harm to me. And it was the Red Wedding all over again. It was the archers coming out and shooting you while the music is playing, and then they just murdered everybody there.
Sadly,
I
I
mean,
don't get the
yeah, I
reference
mean,
because I've not watched.
it's basically let's just say that they probably believe there was this tradition where if you invite me over into your house and I step into your house, no harm can be done to me.
Oh, okay, okay.
But
So like
this
the
family did
truth.
not abide by that
Yeah,
tradition. It's not like a truce. So as long as I step into your house, we could be mortal enemies. But if you invite me into your house and offer me food, I'm given safe haven, so I can enter and leave. No harm should be done to me. But this was not the case. This is the Red Wedding, which I quote because it's the same thing. It was invited in. They were not even enemies. They were allies invited in. Come have my food. They were eating. They already ate, drank, and then all the butts and the people playing music. They were not. They were not. They were crap musicians. And then we found out why. The arrows came out. And everyone died. This is what happened here, Singapore style.
yeah.
Hari Raya come over, and the water's boiling, and you hear the water, the kettle, as that little thing. Then that was the signal. The moment the gate got locked, cut, cut. And they say, hey, what's going on? Then I don't know who did the spraying lah. The person come out and then started splashing.
And she was sentenced to 5 years and 4 months jail.
Yeah, it's on top of what she was charged before. She apparently had wait, I don't know whether was it the same time, but she had drugs.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I don't know whether she was
well,
on drugs while she was doing it, but
I think
yeah,
she might have been. So she failed drug test for methamphetamine,
yeah,
and I think she had possession, if I'm not wrong.
yeah.
Yeah.
So all
So
this to teach the people who up a lesson. I think they got second degree burns.
second degree burns. Yeah.
Second degree burns. So they're never gonna be they're now always gonna be paranoid about people inviting them to Hari Raya outings, especially for them to not even suspect there will be retribution for beating up the brother.
Mm.
That's what leads me
Yeah.
to suspect that maybe the beating up the brother might not have been as serious as either they thought or
No, but you
or
were right. You were right. You were right about something.
what.
She roped in her older brother. No, no, her 35-year-old brother. She's 37. and a 28-year-old friend.
Who were both angry that they beat your
Yeah.
bang, your younger bang. And I have the thing is that the younger brother is from the looks of it completely oblivious.
Mm.
He
Okay,
probably
so
told them these people beat him up.
the people that they invited, right, the two of them, they were actually siblings,
Oh, they were siblings. Okay.
Faisal and Farhatika.
Mm-hmm.
So they arrived 12:30, thinking that they were going to have truce lunch
Oh,
with two
okay.
friends. No, no, I don't know about the lunch. That one I added in. Two friends, okay, who
I no, I
I
don't think
think
they
they
had
went
any
in
more.
and then she locked the gate. The 37-year-old mastermind locked the gate, and then they began attacking the siblings.
Whoa,
And
not
one of
even.
them used the phone, was recording the
Oh
whole
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah. The friend was the one that recorded the whole thing.
Yeah. Then
My
the
goodness,
kettle came out. So they splashed water, hot boiling water, and then they started beating them with bamboo sticks.
that video is probably viral now.
Even grabbing hair, yeah, but can't find the
Yeah, we
video.
can't get it lah.
I don't understand how they actually she locked the door.
I don't
How
even know how they managed to rope them in.
yeah.
Why would they go? If they were strangers, that would be weird. I don't know about the customs. I mean, is it true that you can just invite strangers to come over to your house? On the other hand, if they knew that these people were the siblings of the person they just beat up, I don't know. What were they expecting? Honestly, what were they expecting? But still, I don't condone the kettle, the boiling kettle, especially since they broke the truce. Mikasa is Sukasa, not for kettle boiling shenanigans.
What? Nuts.
Nuts,
Bro,
man.
you see, we are
The whole
hearing
thing is just
more and more
crazy.
stories. Yeah, we are hearing more stories. Like the last time we covered the Jurong slashing, the guy who asked the other guy to buy
Yeah.
cigarettes, just slashed him in the face. Like, what
I
kind
told
of
you it's a form of national cabin fever. Like we can't go anywhere. That they've gotten so desperate that they're offering you flights to nowhere. Cruise to nowhere, I understand, but flights to nowhere, you're just getting on the plane, flying around. If you might get airsick or everything, then you come back. Do you know how ridiculous that is? You're strapped onto your seat. You can't go like
yeah.
you can walk around the aisles from time to time, but that's all you get. You don't go
No,
get to
but
play.
the thing is, the experience is with the meals. I think that's where they are trying to push it.
Yeah, and that no, that they scrap the idea. They're doing the other thing. Well, since it's the meals,
Yeah.
they'll give you the experience on
Mm.
the ground.
Yeah.
They can give you the meals, but it's damn expensive.
Actually, I thought that they would, rather than the flight to nowhere, they just make the plane into a restaurant.
Yeah, yeah, restaurant or
Yeah.
like a walk-in experience, but the
Mm.
meals are super expensive.
Yeah, like, and
So
it's steamed by the flights. I
yeah,
think the
so and
cheapest
it's
meal is
not
like
gourmet.
289 or two
Yeah,
seven something, and that's like
it's not
Singapore to
gourmet.
Delhi.
It's not gourmet or anything. So
Technically, it is lah.
yeah,
Technically, it is.
basically
Oh,
that
and
this
there's
this
free
just
flow.
shows
I
you
think there's
how
wine.
this
There's
just
wine and
shows you
liquor.
how desperate they are to reopen flights.
Yeah.
They're getting desperate already. For cruise, it can. I mean, cruise has been happening before the
Mm.
cruise nowhere. But the problem with cruises is actually you've seen what happened to the Princess. What's that Japanese cruise line? It can be a horrific experience for anyone that gets trapped on with this nonsense.
Yeah.
If anybody just happens to go there and is COVID positive, the whole ship will have to be
Quarantine.
uh, quarantined. You have to be anchored. And I don't know how long you're gonna be out at sea, and it's not fun after it goes past the 5+ days
Yeah.
that you imagine there, because things start to go awry. I don't think ships are meant to be out there for that long also.
Think about supplies and everything.
Supplies and everything. Ayo, so lah. So, but we do need to open up soon. I think other countries are also feeling it. Hong Kong wants to do it. I think Japan also has stopped
Mm.
their. If you come back, you don't have to be 14 days. But
Quarantine.
they need to. I mean, we don't need to lah. But one is want to. The other thing is um I don't know how to say this. I'm not really on the thing that it doesn't exist or what nonsense. I'm just saying that well, I don't know. I'd rather it open up and see how it goes. Or it could go badly lah. But I think we've been through the whole lockdown stuff, and you can see that being locked down is also almost as bad. I
It
don't know.
is.
It's crazy. Like, you never seen the effect. I mean, it doesn't affect me too much because I'm not an avid traveler.
Mm.
But I do want to travel once in a while. But you can see how it affects people who are, every year they've already planned, I need to go out at least once. Or at least even go, I can't even go down to my like neighborhood pub and hang out there for a long time. And now, it's getting claustrophobic. It's getting too,
And it's affecting like everyone who's associated with travel and
yeah.
hospitality and all the tourism stuff and everything. It, like
Everyone.
basically, Singapore's tourism
Tourism, well,
has gone to the dump.
our tourism is blah, but
The
it's also
airport,
affecting
airport also.
it's affecting all the other sectors.
Yeah,
uh, Everyone's going to be hit by it quite hard next year. Like we think that this year, once it's over, it's not going to be fine. 2020 isn't just a single event. Like after 2020, everything is going to go up. The repercussions of 2020, I think we're going to feel next year. I don't
yeah.
really know when we're going to recover. I just hope that everyone just keep build, get your my paper, and make sure you get someone to translate the Chinese side to
The
you
Chinese
also.
part, yeah.
Because you see, I tell you, the Chinese side is covering all this kettle boiling, uh, um,
Mhm.
what truce breaking offenses, and then the English side is just telling you, oh yeah, COVID down to zero, and then the water over there is quite fun. Sentosa is opening up its thing. All the nice ones are English, and the Chinese ones are, it's horrible. End of the world is coming. People in Yishun taking off their shirts, running around bare feet,
Throwing chairs from the third story.
throwing chairs with the stories, shouting profanities from the roof.
That was in Chong Pang, is it? The man
Yeah,
during the election period.
yeah, it's true
That was
now.
crazy.
Chairs,
Yeah.
everything here. I mean, maybe the fact that I don't notice it so much because it happens too often. But no, no. What am I saying? No, Yishun's not crazy. We're just above normal,
Yeah, no, for those people who want to
extra
hear
normal.
hear Sean's defense of his homeland
It'll
issue
come out. It'll come out. When it does. I
when
mean,
it,
we'll
yeah,
probably
when it
mention it
does, we will
again
link it.
here, but
Yeah,
we'll
we will link it here.
it's made privy to us, I'll let you all know.
Yeah, when
I
Sean was
feel the
a
attempt.
guest on the Longkang Kitties.
If you catch them, they have a few good, not a few lah. All their podcasts are quite interesting, but
Yeah,
recent ones
especially
are.
the ones where we are featured in.
Well, that brings an end to this small, short
The
episode.
Lobang
Small
Kecil.
lobang, kecil lobang, tiny
The,
lobang, tight
the
lobang.
next time we'll be joined by our resident casting couch director Josiah.
Yeah.
And on that note,
And on that note, hope you enjoyed this one.
yeah,
And remember, stop it. If you already got this far, you failed. But you should just stop and watch the last episode and then come back to understand what we were talking about at the
yeah,
beginning.
the main podcast.
Shame on you for getting this far.
All right,
To the
ciao.
rest, see you next week.
Bye.